Sox is buzzing. Two teams linked by the biggest name in the history of the game, Babe Ruth. Tonight, the Yankees and Red Sox meet in the most significant game of its kind. A must-win, and experience counts. For Alex Bregman, he's haunted these Bombers for years. Giancarlo Stanton and Aaron Judge were in the World Series last season, and yet each franchise will place their fate in the hands of babes. Cam Schlittler and Connolly Early make their postseason debuts on the biggest stage in baseball with the biggest stakes imaginable.
Over a long regular season, patterns develop and trends form. But each game is defined by moments made.
That is gone!
It's about to get wild.
Now they're magnified because survival is on the line.
It's October. It's do or die. He swings and hits it hard, and Ben Rice is that. Trevor's storybook season continues. Chisholm diving play. Fair ball. He's being waved. Here's the throw. He's up. And there will be a game 3.
Make enough moments and move on.
The 11th walk-off win this season. Wow, what a catch.
The 9th home run for the Yankees.
Got him. 13th strikeout. He caught it!
It's that simple and that hard. Major League Baseball's Wild Card.
It comes down to this. It's a game 3 in a wild card, best 2 out of 3. Each team has won 1. In fact, these two teams have met 26 times in the postseason. Each team has won 13. The ultimate tiebreaker on baseball's ultimate stage, Yankee Stadium. Buster Olney is going to join us in just a little bit. Welcome inside our booth, everybody. Of course, our 5-time World Series winner, David Cohn, Eduardo Perez, and I'm Carl Ravitch. All the stars on the Yankees. An interesting mix of players that have succeeded for Boston, and yet they're going to put this game in the hands of kids. Connolly Early and Cam Schlittler. Second winner-take-all game in the history of the postseason between two rookies. Ian Anderson did it for the Braves against Dustin May for the Dodgers. David Cohn, you've been in this situation before. What are they feeling? How are they going to harness that?
Yeah, well, the waiting's the hardest part. Just getting out there and getting into the flow of the game. I guarantee you both of these guys are very anxious to get there. You get an adrenaline rush where you can almost feel your hair growing. I mean, it's that intense in this kind of game.
You know, the interesting thing is there haven't been a lot of runs scored, 11 total runs in both games so far. The Yankees led all of baseball when it comes to runs scored. All of a sudden, it might be the usual suspects trying to hit the ball out of the ballpark against not only these young kids, but the entire staff available tonight.
The Yankees love the lineup they're putting out there tonight. The big bats are back in there. Boston backs against the wall, just like New York. We'll have our first pitch on the other side. We have had 2 incredible games. Anthony Volpe goes deep. The Red Sox cannot figure out Max Fried. The bullpen balks a little bit for the Yankees. Yoshida with a pinch hit. Crochet throws 117 pitches. Chapman comes in the 8th and shuts it down in the 9th. Boston takes game 1. Ben Rice in a minute shows up, goes yard. Jaron Duran clanks one off his glove. Trevor Story tied it late, but Fernando Cruz was celebrating, and Jazz Chisholm. All that jazzercise pays off for the kid from the Bahamas. The Yankees take game 2 to set up this, what should be memorable, game 3. This big ballpark has hosted some big games, but now they're trying to make a history of its own here, similar to what the old Yankee Stadium had. As the Yankees are just about set to take the field. And again, the storyline going in, the ability of a 23 and 24-year-old to handle the moment. Tony, you've been in the moment. Tell us about that experience.
It's just getting into the flow early is so important for young pitchers. The first batter, the first strike, being able to get through that first couple of hitters is such a key for both of these young pitchers. It could be one of those games that's determined early in this game.
And you talk about the pregame jitters, not only with the pitchers, also with the position players, and I'll tell you who else. the fans. And it's not only been at Yankee Stadium, it's been throughout the entire city of the Bronx and all boroughs. They're talking Yankees, Red Sox here tonight in this area.
They sure are. The captain, Aaron Judge, is looking down at his team, and he is going to lead them on the field in a moment. And just about the time he's set to do that, the Chicago Cubs have beaten the San Diego Padres by a final score of 3-1. The Chicago Cubs move on, and the Padres season is over. The Padres had runners at second and third with 2 outs, down 3-1, and could not deliver. Here come the Yankees. Welcome, everyone, to Yankee Stadium. You haven't missed a thing. The Yankees just took the field, and their 24-year-old Cam Schlittler, a rookie, is on the mound. His manager, Aaron Boone, describes him as a stud, says got great stuff, incredible confidence, attention to detail, learns from every outing. There's not a whole bunch of outings that he's had to learn from, although a lot more than Connolly early for Boston. We have 2 rookies starting in a must-win Game 3. David Cohn, Eduardo Perez, of course, alongside. What's it like for him to be standing on that mound in this moment?
Wow, you can feel your heartbeat through your jersey. I mean, there's no doubt about it, that adrenaline, but I guarantee you he's more comfortable right now that he's into the game, than he was previously leading up to the pregame.
And you look at Velo. The 98 hardest pitches thrown by a starter, a Yankee starter, is on the mound tonight. So we have raw power on that mound.
All right, here is the lineup the Red Sox have put out there. And the 5 through 9 hitters are 0 for 22. Rafaela, Lowe, Narvaez, Abreu, Gonzalez, all looking for their first hits. Story and Bregman have been the story. And here is Cam Schlittler, who grew up in the suburbs of Boston. His entire family were Red Sox fans. He said they've now all converted to Yankee fans. As he gets set to throw a pitch, he said he's dreamt about his entire life. That entire life encompassing 24 years. And he will face Jarren Duran to lead things off in this must-win Game 3. The winner heads to Toronto to open up the division series on Saturday.